St. Landry Parish, Louisiana. It began on September 28th when three white supremacists attacked Emerson Bentley, a white Republican schoolteacher and newspaper editor, for his pro-black political stance. Rumors of Bentley's death sparked tensions between black Republicans and white Democrats, leading to widespread violence. White mobs, including members of the White Camellia, hunted down, captured, and killed black citizens over a 2-week period. Estimates of casualties vary, but between 150 to 300 black people and several dozen whites were likely killed. The massacre effectively eliminated the Republican Party in St. Landry Parish, with no Republican votes recorded in the 1868 presidential election. This event stands as one of the bloodiest massacres of the Reconstruction era.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10, and it reads, For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Ayashah Barazar from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone, coming back at you with another lesson that is edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. All right, this opening scripture. Well, before I get into the opening scripture, I just want to declare fair use, fair use, fair use. It was declared at the beginning of the video, and I want to declare it audibly again here. The fair use, according to the Copyright Act of 1976, under Section 107, there is no monetary gain, as I am adhering to the items declared within the Copyright Act that make it declare it fair use. All right. Now, back into the scripture. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. The shame and the cutting off is going to be of Esau Edom, the so-called white man in the Bible, who is the wicked, according to Malachi 1 and 4. And as you can see in these days, now they are running roughshod over this country, doing nothing different than they've done in the past. But it's because they know they have a short time, and they're going to come down with great wrath. And you see that with Jake right now. All right. But what I want to say is that, hey, everything about him is being exposed. That's why he wants to cut off all of the programs, rolling back everything, thinking that you're going to hurt us. Nah, man. And especially the elect, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has us, like he told us, strive for the truth, strive for the truth until death, and he will fight for us. I believe that. All right. And the brothers in my camp believe that as well too. We know some of us are going to be martyrs, but boy, I swear, we also meditate terror on you too, because we see what's happening. We see what you're trying to do, but we know vengeance is the Lord's. All right. Now, I'm getting to this article here that you saw at the beginning of the video. It's about the Opelousas massacre of 1868, and all because Jake, pretty much fresh out of slavery, the 14th Amendment's in place, and just trying to acclimate into society, and these southern states are not having it. All right. And what they did, because of, that was all centered around the election stuff, was just horrendous, killing, anywhere from like 150 to 300 Jakes, over a 2-week period. That's a lot of slaughter, okay? But as you heard in the video, that was part of the intro, as you're going to see in this article, that Democrats, were duping you then, and they duping you now. Now, both sides ain't shit. You know, two birds of the two wings of the same bird. All right. Neither one of them is nothing to it. Look, the government, as we've been going through these videos for this series, it is abundantly clear that the U.S. government has had a hand, either directly or indirectly, with the demise of the Israelites. Okay, that's just what it is. We're over here serving a punishment, and Jake is trying to get acclimated to this place. The scriptures tell us to arise ye and depart. For this place is polluted. Let me just grab that right quick. This is Micah 2:10, and it reads, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." Meaning this place, America. We were scattered because we to the other ends of the earth. America, being the fourth part, we were scattered because we transgressed the law. All right. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction." And that's what it did. This place is polluted. He made us a holy people, which means separate, sanctified. Above every nation on this earth. Okay. Trying to gel with them, or get along with them, means that we have to come low. And that's exactly, not only do we go low when we transgress, we went below them. Now they're above us. Okay. We serve them, but that's coming to an end. All right. Real quick. And we see it. And like I said, we're hastening the day of the coming of the Lord. And as this year, 2025 was declared by Apostle Tahar, the hopeful year of our deliverance and the destruction and judgment of Esau, Edom. And we see it. Just have to hold on. Scriptures tell us, he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. And his elect are going to do that. All right. And I hope to be of that number. All right. So yeah, Jake, trying to in Louisiana, trying to become acclimated into this society and stuff. When, hey, Esau, the so-called white man, was just not going to have it, and that's even to this day. They have continually destroyed every effort, cut us off at every avenue, and rising up in the society. All right. So yeah, going back to that Obadiah 1:10. Yeah, all of your dirt is coming out. You're being exposed and you're mad. That's why you censors take down our pages when the truth comes out about you. Okay, you're ashamed all the way up to the top. You elites. We already know. Who your target is after you get through the Northern Kingdom. All right. And it says, like I said, and that shame is starting to cover you. And it also says you shall be cut off forever. That's what you have to look forward to. You thought you were not having enough babies. That's what that book, The Birth Dearth, was all about. No. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, when he returns to this place, according to Isaiah 63, he's coming to wipe you out. First take you down, then you're going into slavery, twice as long, twice as hard. All right. According to Revelations 18:5-6. And then you're going to be done away with permanently, according to Obadiah 1:18. All right. The entire nation of Edom. That includes the true Amalekites. Okay. You small hatters. The one who got into the land by way of the Balfour Declaration of 1948. The head tribe, according to Numbers 24:20. Calls you the first of the nations, meaning the chief nation. Yes. It is coming to an end for you rapidly, and you know it. All right. So without further ado, let me get to this article. And this article is from blackpast.org. I'll put a link to it in the description box of the video. And again, it is, we'll be covering the Opelousas Massacre, 1868, in Louisiana. All right. It says the Opelousas Massacre occurred on September 28, 1868, in Opelousas, St. Landry Parish, Louisiana. The event is also referred to as the Opelousas Riot by some historians. There is debate as to how many people were killed. Conservative estimates made by contemporary observers indicated about 30 people died from the political violence. Later historians have placed the total as closer to 150 or more. While most Reconstruction era violence was sparked by conflicts between black Republicans and white Democrats, the initial catalyst for the massacre was the attempt by some Opelousas blacks to join a Democratic political group in the neighboring town of Washington. And here again, you know, trying to assimilate with people who believe that you're beneath them, don't want to have anything to do with you, you know. Continue on, says white Democrats and Opelousas, mainly members of the Seymour Knights, the local unit of the white supremacist organization Knights of the White Camellia, visited Washington to drive them out of the party. In response, Emerson Bentley, an Ohio born white school teacher and editor of The Progress, a Republican newspaper in Opelousas, wrote what many local whites thought was a racially inflammatory article describing violence that the Seymour Knights had used against the African American Democrats in Washington. Bentley argued that such violence should persuade the blacks to remain loyal to the GOP. Shortly after the article appeared, Bentley was assaulted, whipped, and severely beaten by a group of whites while he taught class. Bentley fled, literally running for his life for nearly 3 weeks before escaping back to the North. Meanwhile, numerous reports circulated that Bentley had been killed in retaliation for his article. His mysterious absence was enough to support rumors of his death. Black Republicans urged retaliatory violence on the Knights, who in turn viewed this as the beginning of a long anticipated, inevitable black revolt and race war. And yeah, they, from the time that, the slaves became free, that this is what that Second Amendment was all about. Should there be an uprising, they have the not only the military, but the firepower to obliterate Jake. All right. It says, and we're on the brink of a race war again today. We see that, once again, you just saw where the police officer escorted those white supremacists into that Jake neighborhood in Lincoln, Ohio. All right. And it's going to be spread everywhere. Brother just put in a group, I believe it was yesterday, about all of these militia groups, white supremacist group, training not only in weapons, but martial arts, fighting styles. All right, to take Jake out. And they going, a lot of them going to go too, but 2/3 of our people have to be done away with, according to Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. With the 1/3 coming through the fire. And his elect. The 1/3 is his elect, and the 2/3 is the wicked of our people, the nation of Israel. All right. It says the Knights of the White Camellia mobilized thousands of members. Both sides were armed and prepared for conflict as they gathered in Opelousas. It says it is unclear as to who initiated the battle that began on September 28th. Same old story. You know who initiated that battle. All right. Esau, Edom. All right. What is clear is that the white Democrats had the overwhelming advantage in numbers and weapons, as they always do. By the afternoon of September 28th, the battle had become a massacre. A number of blacks were shot and killed or captured and later executed. Those who were not captured were chased into the swamps and killed on sight. 12 leaders of the black Republicans who surrendered were executed the next day on the edge of town. Those executions seemed to encourage a wave of anti-black violence that spread throughout the parish. No one will ever know how many people were killed, but the estimate is that the number was at least 150 and may have exceeded that total. And then another source I was looking at on this article, there was not one Republican vote cast in that upcoming election. They wiped out the whole Republican Party in that parish. All right. All right. So this is the book of Amos, chapter 1, verse 11. It says, Thus saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever, to this very day. All right. All right. You kept killing at that time, and even to this time. All right. Even to this very time right now, you are, in your spirit, the low level Edomites, the elites know exactly what it is. But in your spirit, you still butthurt about that birthright that Jake is going to have in the near future. We feel this is coming. Just a few prophecies left. And the ones that are left are very close. There's a video put in the group this morning about Stargate. Talking about Revelations chapter 13, verses 16 through 18, the MOTB. All right? Yeah. So we're right there. So that has to be implemented. Okay? World War III, it's already happening. It hasn't gone full blown yet, but it's already happening. All right? You got martial law. They're waiting to do something. That's coming. And then, of course, the return of Yahushua. All right? But as soon as you get ready to move on his elect, you got problems. All right? Verse 12, he says, But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Basra. And we know Teman, a region in Edom, was known for its wisdom. Okay? Basra was the capital. All right? So wherever, Esau is today, that's Basra. Okay? And, we know that's the whole earth today. According to Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right. And we know the wicked to be Esau, Edom, according to Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 25, beginning at verse 12. And it reads, Thus saith Yahweh our power, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them because of the birthright. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh our power, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it. I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. Okay, and we know, again, Teman was known for his wisdom, and Dedan is primarily known for forced trade. As the scriptures say, this devil is wiser than Daniel. Okay, they control the majority of the trade. What other country can put sanctions on other countries for not doing their bidding? The United States. All right. The state of Israel. All right. They can do that. It says, and they shall fall by the sword. So the same thing that the Lord gave Esau, Edom, the sword, That was his blessing. You're going to fall by it. All right. Verse 14. And it says, I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh our power. Okay. He said by the hand of his people Israel. Okay. That's both the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom coming back together. All right. Once like Ezekiel 37 says, the two kingdoms or the two sticks shall become one. All right. You're going to have those new bodies, going to have the new covenant, and we're going to execute the vengeance of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai upon Edom. All right. And what is that? Going back to Obadiah chapter 1, Slakia, verse 18. And it reads, and the house of Jacob, the southern kingdom, shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, Joseph being the northern kingdom, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle on them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai have spoken it. All right? Nothing remaining in the house of Esau. You're going to be like a dream. You're going to perish like your own dung. Just disappear, like never again to exist on this earth. All right? Which is what you're trying to do to us. But the Lord said he has not cast away his people. All right? So the same Bible you want to claim to be Christian from, you either don't know who you are in there or ignoring it. Trying to use that neither Jew nor Greek. What about the other nations? All right? That wasn't talking about you. We were the one, who were Gentiles, carried away by dumb idols, and that was said in 1 Corinthians 12, 1 and 2. That was us, not the other nations. All right, and if you go up in Galatians, where you try to say neither Jew or Greek, he makes a distinction. Abraham had 8 sons, 1 by Hagar, 1 by Sarah, 6 by Keturah. Only 1 seed was chosen. Okay, and that was through Isaac. Get that in Genesis 17. All right, only 1. So yeah, you're going to like Revelation 13:10. Let me get that. Start at verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. Any man with understanding, let him understand. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Who led us into captivity? Going all the way back to the Greek Empire. Jake took over after the fall of Rome, but y'all came right back, during the Renaissance period. All right. Christopher Columbus. All right. It says, he that killeth with the sword, whose blessing was a sword. Esau, Edom, according to Genesis 27. Okay. It says, must be killed with the sword. All right. And that's what we just read in Ezekiel 25. All right. It says, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Who were the saints? The nation of Israel. Psalms 50 and 5. Okay. Likewise, Psalms 148, 13 and 14. All right. And close out here. So yeah, you're going to first you go into slavery, twice as long and twice as hard for 1,000 years. And that's going to be a long time for you, because y'all don't know what it's like to suffer. You about to find out, with these new laws coming through, but it's not going to be anything compared to what, the true children of Israel are going to do to you. All right.
If you've been getting scam texts like these, it probably means your data has been leaked. Now, some of you can identify these as scams and delete them, thinking it'll keep you safe. But what you don't realize realize is that this is just a symptom of a...
Wow. Salakia. Satan trying to, you know, stop this word. But in any case, yeah, you going into slavery twice as long and twice as hard. All right. And then once that's done, that appointed time is up. We're going to do it in righteousness now. We're going to do it in righteousness, because the scriptures do say, he that doeth wrong must receive for the wrong that he has done. There's no respect of person. We don't care about your status. You don't have any status in the kingdom. Scriptures already call you the base man, so you're the lowest in society right now, even though you're in rulership. All right. So time is almost up. And then, like I said, after you're done with that, with serving that, just like Obadiah 1:18 said, there will be no more remaining of you. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 10. It says, because thou hast said, these two nations, these two countries, that's the northern and southern kingdom of Israel, shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Okay, and like I said, Jeremiah 50:33, Judah and Israel were pressed together, in Babylon. All right here, which is America, because the last time we were in captivity together was in ancient Egypt, our first captivity. Okay. It says, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas Yahweh Salakia, whereas Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai was there. Verse 11, therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh our power, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. All right. So yeah, the same, same energy is coming back to you, however, in righteousness though. All right. But just because it's righteousness don't mean it's going to be easy. Like the scriptures say, we're going to meditate terror. Yeah, we're going to come up with a whole lot of different devices, of making you pay for what you did to us. All right. Yes. The Lord is going to give us our opportunity to have our get back. All right. Verse 12. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountain of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given to us to consume. And that's what you have done. All your blasphemies, even to this day, the shit you be saying in comments and stuff on the internet, rub it in our face. Yeah, you're going to eat all those words. All right. Verse 13. Thus with your mouth have you boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Uh-oh. He heard what you said. Yeah. And the Lord's coming to see you. You can believe that, by the hand of his people as well. He says, verse 14, thus saith Yahweh our power, when the whole earth rejoices, I will make thee desolate. What's Proverbs 29:2 say? I'll come back to this. Proverbs 29:2, when the earth is rejoicing, says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Yep. And the people are mourning today, even your own. That's because you in power. You bearing rule right now. But the day is approaching very fast where there's going to be righteous authority. All right. Go back to Ezekiel 35. Salakia. All right. Verse 15. And it says, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea. Idumea being the Greek way of saying Edom. Okay, even all of it. Did I just say Colossians 3:25? You know, he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done. There is no respect of person. He said, even all of it, the whole damn nation. You about to be out of here after you do your servitude. All right. It says, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All right, so with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rahak HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be likened to the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom, Kwame Yasharala, Abad Babal. We got next.